Hello second form, so this is our third remote lesson and it's on a new topic. It's where we're working out percentages using a multiplier. So this is really important to get to grips with this. It's a really quick way to work out percentages when you're allowed to use a calculator. So we did the building blocks method last year where you'd work out like 10% and 5% and then 1 and 1 and so on, which is great for a non-calculator paper, but for a calculator paper this is much quicker and much more sophisticated. So really give this your best shot. So let me give you an example of how one of these works. So say you've got a question like this. Harry buys a new tractor. It costs £2,000 before a price increase. The price increases by 7%. How much did it cost? So this is your thought process. Okay, you've got to increase it by 7%. Okay, now one whole is 1. And then we've got to add on a little bit extra to represent the 7%. Now 7% means 7 out of 100. That's 7 divided by 100. Now if you do that on your calculator, you get 0.07. So the multiplier in this case is the amount you started with, the 1, plus the extra 7%, the 0.07, excuse me. So your multiplier is 1.07. So if you want to increase the price by 7%, your multiplier is 1.07. So having worked out the multiplier, you take the £2,000 that the tractor cost, you multiply it by 1.07 to give you 2,140. So really what we've got to get familiar with is how to work out the multiplier, how to work out this 1.07 bit. So the skill is being able to work out what the multiplier is. So when the percentage increase was 7%, the multiplier was 1.07. So what do you think the multiplier might be for a 4% increase? Well, it's 1.04 because we're saying it's 100% of the original amount plus an extra 4%. 100 add 4 is 104. So to work out the percentage multiplier, you divide that by 100, giving you 1.04. So it's not that difficult. When we want a 7% increase, it would be 1.07. A 4% increase, it would be 1.04. So what do you think it's going to be for a 6% increase? 1.06. For a 2% increase, 1.02. For an 8% increase, 1.08. For a 12% increase, 1.12. And then for a 3.5% increase, be careful, it's 1.035, not 1.35. That would be a 35% increase. So when you start going to decimals, just be careful. Now so far we've looked at the multipliers when we've had percentage increases, when prices have been going up. And whenever we have a price increase, we start off with 100, then we add something on to get 100 and something, divide by 100, and you get a multiplier of 1 point something or other. Now this is different. For a 2% decrease, you've got to take 2% away. So think of starting with 100, you take away 2 and you get 98. So what's the multiplier going to be? It's what 98 is when you divide it by 100, it's 0.98. Okay, so think of the 100 take away 2. We're taking away 2 because it's a 2% decrease. So 98 giving us a multiplier of 0.98. And that makes sense. We want to be timesing by a number less than 1 because we need to make it smaller. Now what do you think for a 5% decrease? Now what's 100 take away 5? 95. So the multiplier would be 0.95. Now what about for a 7% decrease? Well, it's going to be 100 take away 7, which is 93. So the multiplier will be 0.93. And then for a trickier one, for a 5.5% decrease, think of 100 take away 5, which is 94.5. So the multiplier will be 0.945. So, time for you to have a go. So copy down this question. Louis buys a curry costing £44. There is a 4% price increase. and so we need to work out the new price. So have a bit of a think about it. So it's going to be 44 multiplied by something. So is it going to be a price increase or decrease? So is the multiplier going to be bigger than 1 or less than 1? So have a think and pause the video and reveal the answer when you've had a think about it. So because it's a price increase, our multiplier is going to be bigger than 1. It's going to be 1.04. So the 1.04, it was 100, add 4 giving us 104, therefore a multiplier of 1.04. So then get out your calculator, do 44 times 1.04 and you get 45.76. So Charlie buys a game for £21 after a 3% reduction. So how much did he pay for it? So £21 is going to be a starting point. What do you think is going to be the multiplier to allow us to work out how much he paid for the game? So pause the video, copy out the question, have a go, and then reveal the answer. So £21. Now because it's a 3% reduction, our multiplier is going to be less than 1. So I've done 100 take away 3% to get 97%, and 97% means 97 out of 100, which is 0.97. So getting out your calculator, 21 times 0.97 is £20.37. Okay, another question for you to try. Okay, so buys a Cineworld pass in the sale. Normal price is £480. It's had a 6% reduction. How much is Toby going to pay for it? So pause the video and have a go at this question. So it's £480 times the multiplier. It's a 6% reduction. So that's going to be taking away 6%. So 100% take away 6% is 94%. That's 94 out of 100, a multiplier of 0.94. Now notice that the multiplier is less than 1. So when you multiply by something less than 1, it gets smaller, which is what you want, because the Cineworld pass has been reduced from £480. You want a smaller number. So 480 times 0.94 is £451.20. So here's another one for you to have a go at. So a car costing £8,420 is increased in price by 7%. What is its new price? So pause the video, copy out the question and have a think, and pop the video back on when you think you've got an answer. So it's a 7% price increase. So we take 100% and we add 7% to it because it's a price increase. So 100% add 7% is 107%. 107% means 107 out of 100. 107 divided by 100, giving us a multiplier of 1.07. So we take the original cost of 8420, multiply by 1.07 with our calculator, giving us that final answer. So here are two more, so have a go at these. So with the first one, an increase by 6%, so the multiplier will be 1.06. So 9920 multiplied by 1.06 gives us £10,515.20. Now when we decrease by 6%, it's 100 take away 6, which is 94%. 94 out of 100, multiplier of 0.94. So that's going to be 9920 multiplied by 0.94, which is 9324.80. Here's two more, so have a go. So we're decreasing by 8%, so it's 100 take away 8, which is 92, so multiplier of 0.92. So 1,200 multiplied by 0.92. Sorry, I didn't work out what that was. So whatever that is your final answer. And then question 5, we're increasing by 4%. So 100 add 4 is 104%. So a multiplier of 1.04. So 1,200 multiplied by whatever, well, by 1.04. Again, sorry, I haven't worked out what that is. So whatever that is on your calculator, that's your final answer. So obviously the difficult bit is working out the multiplier. So let's just have a few where we just focus on those. So please can you work out the multipliers when we increase by 6%, decrease by 6%, decrease by 2%, increase by 9%. So pause the video, copy out the question and write down the answers. So an increase by 6%, 100 add 6 is 106. So the multiplier is 1.06. Decreasing by 6% is going to be 100 take away 6, which is 94%. 94 out of 100 is 0.94. Decrease by 2%, 100 take away 2 is 98, so 0.98. And an increase by 9%, 100 add 9 is 109, so a multiplier of 1.09. So some questions to finish with, so pause the video. Right, and now check your answers. So I hope you understood all that. It's tricky, this is quite a tricky topic, and it would be much better if we could have been in a classroom and I could have been going around the classroom checking your understanding. So if you're struggling with this, don't worry, we will look at it again. But all I can suggest is you just go back over, listen to the video again and just give it your best shot. So it would be great if some of you started taking photos of your work and sending it through to me, either on Show My Homework or by email. And if any of you do, I'll make sure I'll include those in the next video. Okay, well take care and I'll speak to you soon.